Yes, come on! More like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
come on, let's have it right.
Don't go, to be fair, yeah. I wrote when I fell.
Don't be blagging us like that. You can say that to your fans, but don't bring that rubbish here when I'm into that.
This is Kate Bush. Who the fuck is Kurt Pickstone?
We do, on the show, we sometimes have guests on and we interview them live. And tonight, we've interviewed this band before a couple of times. They're a local bass band to Studio One and Two, really, based in Coventry. Don't hold that against them. That's where we used to send people back in the day when Australia's full. We sent them to Coventry. They're called MVNICh, and they're on with us now. So, how are you doing, guys?
Hello. To you.
You all right? Introduce yourselves.
I'm Danny, guitar and vocals from MVNICh.
I'm Tom. I'm the bass player for MVNICh.
There you go. We normally speak to Tom, don't we? It's Tom we normally speak to, isn't it? Is it? We do normally speak to?
Yeah. Danny's usually at work, doing some sort of day job.
Some sort of day. What is your some sort of day job, by the way?
Work is in the scanning department for Coventry.
Oh, very good, very good. So yeah, excellent. Whereas he just bums around all day, does nothing.
Yeah, pretty.
Yeah, McDonald's and what have you, and whatever he does. Anyway, so Jack, like we say to bands, it's not just a one-hit wonder when they come on. We don't just interview them once and then we never want to speak to them ever again. We want them back, part of the family, and that's why we brought them back because you've been on before. We like what you're about. We've got a brand new track from you, but you can tell us all about that right now. So that's why you're on. So who wants to tell us a bit about the track and what you've been working on again?
Yeah, well, not long after we released the last one, but next Friday we're releasing our next single, Teenage Fantasy. It's a long song we've been working on for quite a long time. I think I wrote it initially about maybe 5-6 years ago.
And when he was a teenager.
Isn't it? So, looking forward to it.
No, about 10 years ago as a teenager, not 5 or 6 years ago, more like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
come on, let's have it right. Don't
go, to be fair, yeah. I wrote when I fell.
Don't be blagging us like that. You can say that to your fans, but don't bring that rubbish here when I'm into that.
I'll work it out. Yeah, probably actually about maybe 11 years ago.
There you go. And I'm the fool in this relationship, so you know.
Time flies.
Oh, Manta just leaving us. They've got to shoot, so we're going to miss the interview. But you'll be able to find it on YouTube. John Newkirk, I've got... Oh, hang on, Brewdog Heart. Because I don't normally drink when I'm doing a show, but I'm on Brewdog, so if I sound even more ridiculous than I normally do, blame that.
We blame it on the beers.
Yeah, blame it on the biz. Always on the biz. So this track we've got, tell us a bit about that. What's that all about?
So it's basically about, the fantasies you might have had as a teenager, and then as you get older, they all, become reality. And it's a bit of a racy track, probably the raciest one we've got.
Ooh.
But if we get played on BBC.
Seriously, sex sells, you see, in certain quarters. But, you've got to be careful, haven't you? Because things like Fairy Tale in New York, you can't play that because of some words in there. It says faggot.
I played it the other day.
Faggot and dirty maggot and all. I know they'll play now, but then you could some woman's talking about, vital parts and what you want to do to them and all that. But that's okay. That's acceptable.
I'd like to think it's clean enough.
Yeah, exactly. So bang on, absolutely bang on. So you've been quite busy then, because you went in the studio a few months ago, didn't you? How long ago was that? It's quite a while a bit now.
It was warm outside.
Yeah, well, it's definitely not warm now.
No.
Yeah, probably closer to I think it was May, wasn't it? Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say May.
Yeah. So you've been May and you're back in again and releasing more tracks.
Yeah.
4 days, back to back.
Yeah, well, in the studio.
Yeah, and then I guess this song was the last. Well, we worked on this the last day, so
right?
A whole day just to sort of muck about, and then we went pretty mental with it.
Because you'd sort of got, you can either go one or two ways. You've done 4 days and you just want to get your ass out of there, or you're buzzed because you've done, what you've achieved over that period of time. It's like the crescendo in it of the session. So it's good.
Yeah, it was definitely a track which we really wanted to get right and nail it. So it was good to have that extra time on this one.
I think just about if we had like an extra day, I think it would have ended up sounding fucking mental.
Yeah. Well, next time.
We'd have been recruiting in August. We'd have been getting like they were out here playing blooming flute or something.
Next day, book another day then. Book another day next time. Oh, I don't know. Okay. Oh yeah, Janice is saying. Well, she says, not me. She says we can't wait to hear you gig at Dougie Fest 2024.
There you go. You can announce that.
It's going to be good.
Is that announced?
Yeah. Well, she has been. We've been talking about it. So for people out there, and if you're watching this on YouTube and not on Mixcloud, we talk a lot. We did Dougie Fest 23 in May, and we do Dougie Fest 24 on May the 18th. And not told my wife yet, but that's what we're doing. So you're going to be here. It's going to be wonderful. It'll be nice to meet you in the flesh. And
we're looking forward to it.
You can hit our amazing stage when we build it. So yeah, it's not Glastonbury. Don't think about it's nothing like that. It's like a very select few people will be here, and some amazing bands. But that's how Glastonbury started, didn't it? In the field, when Glastonbury started, it was £1 to get anything.
Yeah, I have to start somewhere.
£1. He did it just to earn a bit of extra cash. Look at him now. Anyway. Enough of that. But yeah, Dougie Fest, and it'd be great that you come along. It's going to be great to see you. And it's not a million miles away, is it? Nuneaton.
No. Right.
Whitestone, we are Whitestone, mate. So you know what I mean. You're all right. You won't get lifted here. You'll be all right. You'll be okay.
Yeah, the posh bit.
Yeah, the posh bit, mate. The posh bit. No riffraff. We don't allow riffraff here. The bands might be riffraffs, but everyone else will be all right. Janice says, "You've got any gigs coming up?"
Well. We don't know. We're trying to plan some. Trying to plan some headline ones, and maybe find some others before that.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to put us on support slot in and around the area,
that'd be wonderful, wouldn't it? Well, there must be plenty of bands out there because we interact with a lot. Janice does as well. So you've only got Birmingham up the road, haven't you? Which is, there's loads of gigs. There's loads of venues there, and loads of people normally gigging in and around there. So yeah, fantastic. So how many tracks did you lay down on your new work? Have you done a full album or?
How did we get through? We got through a few. There's a few.
We've got a fair few. Nothing which we're ready to announce just yet, I don't think.
I'm not after you announcing it. I just want to know if you spent 4 days, dicked about for 4 days and produced 2 tracks, or you went in and produced quite a few bits and bobs.
There's definitely more to come in the near future.
Brilliant.
Got a few done. We did a bit of dicking about, but a lot of actual recording.
Because people might not have heard your music before, and that's why we do this. We want to get people out there. But you sound totally different as a band as you do as they're talking to you, and I think a lot of bands are like that. And you've got a real unique sound to you and a real good vibe. So it's great you produce what you do. I mean, we've been rocking you for ages. It was a friend of mine that actually put me in touch with you and said you need to get this band on your show. So
that was a while ago now. That was a few years ago, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, I think you just
19.
I think you'd release your first track, "Hard to Breathe," which when I first heard it, I'll tell you what we're going to do, because it's not what you come to promote, but just to give people a bit of a flavour of what you're about. Have a listen to this, people. This is their very first track, "Hard to Breathe" by MVNICh, spelt with a V. Great if you're dyslexic. Listen to this. Come on. Awesome. Find it hard to breathe. A lot of people say that to me when I've got my hands around the throat. But anyway, I find it hard to breathe. That's MVNICh people. That's what they sound like. They don't sound like they talk, do they? It's just like unbelievable.
Well, I don't sing, so.
Hey?
Yeah, we're more soft-spoken in real life, aren't we?
But that when I first, hats off to you, because that was your first track that I ever heard. That was your first single, wasn't it? And I think that's amazing, that, mate. That is a fantastic, fantastic track. So go and check out Hard to Breathe by MVNICh. So yeah, I love it. I love it. Well, I was going for it then. I was enjoying myself. So the vocals are very different, someone said, which is great. Great. What else has been going on? Because we might as well ask you, because Eddie will be wanting to know. Well, have you got all Christmas sorted out? Is that all boxed off? What are you doing for that? Anything?
God
Do it
knows.
as in personally.
Yeah.
Oh, drinking, eating.
Marvellous. Bang on. That's what it's about, isn't it? Yeah.
that's-
He's going to be drinking and eating, isn't he, and just cursing everyone at the bank. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So
you'll
is
be
it
busy. You'll be at work.
So is it Coventry Building Society you've worked for?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So you could why don't you have a word with the people back in the back office and not get alone. Get on at the bloody stadium that they own.
Oh, might be a bit big for us at the minute.
It doesn't. Don't say that. Just get on there. What? You know what I mean? Put some adverts out saying that Oasis are getting back together. Tickets. It'll be absolutely rammed, and you come on stage. It'll be wonderful. It'll either be a disaster or wonderful.
I think it'll be a fair few disappointed people.
Not when they hear you guys singing, they won't. It'll be absolutely amazing. But yeah, it's good, isn't it? Use your influence, man. Use your influence.
There's enough like pretend Oasis bands out there. We'll just get one of them out.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be fine. Just kick off. So, what did they think? What did they think about you at the bank being in a rock and roll band? Or do you not tell them? Do you keep it quiet?
I don't really talk about it that much, to be honest. Should be a lot more of what's spoken up, but yeah, I keep it quite quiet, to be honest.
Yeah, you should do, man. You should do. You should say, do you realise I'm a rock and roll star? And they go,
It's done by ticket sales. You've brought at least a few people from the bank.
Yeah, they'll go, him. They go, yeah, it's me. I'm in a rock and roll band, man. Have a listen to this, Hard to Breathe. Play them that, and I'll have it. You love that. Or get it on at the Christmas party, and I'll go, God, this is good. And I go, yeah, that's me.
That's what I'll do. Wait till everyone's had a drink, and I'll get it on.
Yeah, might as well.
I've got a Christmas party Friday. I might sit on the jukebox.
Have you got a Christmas party on Friday, have you? So,
Yeah.
Have we got any more questions for anyone in here? So, what's your favourite tipple? Anyway, I'm on the Brewdog tonight. What's your go-to beer?
Well, I know I've got my glass. I've got a Beavertown advent calendar, so I've been drinking them every day so far.
It's got to be a good.
Why not? My wife bought me a Brewdog one, funnily enough, a couple of years ago. She bought two because we were on offer, and before it got to Christmas, I drank everything. I drank the two. The two cases have just completely gone. No, that's what it's like, innit? No good at all. No good at all. Let's see what we've got on here. I'm just seeing if we've got any messages on here. But everyone's been very quiet, which is not good. Eddie says I'm a rock star. No, you're not a rock star, Eddie. You're a bloody presenter on the station, aren't you? So So what you do for gigs? Where do you want to play? Who do you want to play with? Have you got anything? You must have something in the pipeline, mustn't you? You must have. You've been chatting to anyone?
I think we're just trying to figure out what works best at the minute. We don't want to rush into something that doesn't really fit us. We've done the gigs going through and playing with all sorts of different genres that don't necessarily fit with our band.
True.
So,
Yeah, the random badly promoted gigs.
Yeah, and I think sometimes it's like when people start the business or they start anything. Initially, you've got to find your groove, haven't you? So you take whatever's offered to you, and if they've got a totally different genre on to you, it might not work. Might not always work. I mean, if you're at a festival, then that's totally different. But
yeah,
if you're at a gig, really, it should sort of tell a story, shouldn't it? If you've got a rock band on, then you'd expect that the rest of the bands on there are going to be rock bands, aren't they?
Yeah, well, you'd like to be concise, yeah.
So the audience, even though a lot of people got broad taste in music, most people have gone to watch. I don't know. If they've come to watch MVNICh play, they're expecting the band that's on after MVNICh is the same as similar to MVNICh, aren't that's what they're going for.
Yeah, I think that's last gig we played was last December, wasn't it? We put it on ourselves because we then at least we can handpick who's playing. I mean, most promotion you have to do yourself anyway. You work with local promoters, so might as well just front the cost and then just try and make it that.
Yeah, you're right, actually. Yeah,
probably the best gig we've done.
Yeah, you're probably right because that's why we did Dougie Fest here, rather than anywhere else, and without
Yeah.
anybody else. I mean, it meant we knew what it was going to cost us. We didn't have to pay for the venue; just had to pay for the band, whatever we had to do, and the food and the drink and stuff. I think that's a good way of doing it, because we know a couple of people that organise gigs, and they normally insist the band sell so many tickets or do so much. So you're already in for it anyway, aren't you? You got that pressure. You might as well control it yourself. Makes more sense.
Yeah. So, we'd like to do a few festivals if we can as well this year. Well,
Yeah.
next year.
Well, you've got one, the biggest one ever, because
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
people can't come here. It's by invite. Do you know what I mean?
There you go.
How good is that?
You're already booked.
You can't pay to come here. It's invite only. Mind you, no one would pay to come here, would they? But there you go. It's by invite only. And I think that's quite special, really. I think what happened last year, the bands ended up all networking. They normally get bands turning up to a gig, doing a gig and going. But what happened is the bands came, and it was that environment where they came early, did the set and stayed. And they stayed till like 11 o'clock at night, even though we finished at 8. Do you know what I mean? It was like a totally different vibe. It was like a party. It's like everyone had come to a party and they all played and that's what I wanted it to be like, and that's what it was like. It was wonderful. You'll love it. You'll love it.
That's really good.
Yeah. Oh, Eddie's asking. He's always here with marvellous questions. What was your first... He doesn't realise you're too young for this. He's asking what was your first vinyl that you bought. Eddie, do they look the same age as us? What was the first track you downloaded or bought or CD or something? Vinyl he's talking about, vinyl.
We do both enjoy vinyl, to be fair.
All right, okay.
I've got like 200 sitting next to me. Mrs. is feeling about it.
Oh, there we go. What was your first track you bought then? Can you remember? First album?
I think the first album I bought was... I think it was the first Gorillaz album.
Oh, nice.
I think that was the first one.
That was like sort of age when we were buying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember buying that. But I think like what's really rubbish stuff when I was like proper first buying, like you feel like CDs from HMV for like £2.
Yeah.
I think of all that Coolio or something. Or no, was that Chamillionaire bloke?
Yeah. You got
Right and dirty.
You got to do them, yeah. But that Gorillaz album, when that came out, was phenomenal, wasn't it? It was phenomenal. The sound, it was like really, really different at the time.
Yeah, Damon Albarn's just a genius in my eyes. It's just everything he touches is just golden.
Excellent.
It's not bad. It's not bad, man.
Right. Well, I think what we're going to do, we're going to let you get on with your evening, because I've realised we'd only normally do about 5-10 minutes of this. We're now 20 minutes in, so I've been waxing lyrical and chatting away to you when it's only supposed to be. I forgot where I was. I forgot I wasn't doing a full interview, and I'm supposed to be doing a short one for the show. So that's great, isn't it? But
It's always good.
so
Always good
we've got this track. We're going to play this now, and it's Teenage Fantasy. Is there anything you want to say before we go? I've not asked you.
Well, you can plug it. 15th of December. You can pre-save it now.
Oh,
Yeah.
send Janice the
Spotify.
pre-save link, and we'll
I think I
post
did.
that.
I'll
Did
text
you?
her now.
She's not sent it
I
me.
don't know. I'll text you again.
Right, people, we're going to let these guys get on with the day, and we're going to let you listen to this. This is from MVNICh. They're based in Coventry. They will be on Dougie Fest 2024. Thanks for coming on, lads. Thanks for being sports.
Well, thanks for having
And
us.
thanks for coming to Dougie Fest. And we promise you'll enjoy it. You'll have a good day, yeah?
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Speak to you soon, yeah? Thanks, lads. That was MVNICh, people. Have a listen to this.
This is Kate Bush. Who the fuck is Kurt Pickstone?